Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello Colton.
Hey Boris, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Today we'll be talking about Polkadot. Let's dive right in. What is Polkadot, and can you give us a little synopsis of the project?
Polkadot is an L1, one of the top cryptos. It is currently ranked number 14. DOT is the name of the token. At the all-time low, they were at $2.70. That was back in August 2020. And at the all-time high, they were at $54.98, almost $55 back in November 21. Currently, they're sitting around $6.70. They have a market cap of $9 billion. They have a circulating supply of 1.3 billion coins and a total supply of 1.4 billion coins. Now they have no max supply, and overall the sentiment on Polkadot is bullish. So they have a whole ecosystem, and one of the things that they are kind of big on are the parachains. That's what they're known for, meaning that people would run other blockchains on the side of the main blockchain to run their project on, and then those parachains would actually write the final transactions to the main chain. So to give you an example, it's great if you have a lot of small transactions going on all day and you need speed, and then at the end of the day you settle the whole thing on the big main Polkadot chain. As usual, they have most of the same things than the other L1s, so it's basically a battle of who's best. But I think that usually the best thing is to look at the numbers and see what's going on those chains.
What about the on-chain data, Boris? How does it compare to Ethereum for the past month or so?
So first of all, the what's important about the numbers are that the fact that Parachain's monthly active addresses have surged 93% quarter over quarter, growing from 104,000 addresses to over 200,000. And it's a consistent growth across all leading parachains. Also, the XCM transfers experienced a 150% quarter over quarter increase, reaching an all-time high of 133,000 transfers. So it's nearly tripled in 2023. So the number of active channels, and by the end of 2023, it has reached 203. Also, very important, as of December, Polkadot had 800 full-time developers for a total of 2,100 developers, and it's positioning it at one of the top 3 largest crypto ecosystems based on developers' activity, according to Electric Capital. So the number of developers and their activity is extremely important. To give you an idea, Doge, I believe, has like 5 programmers. So that gives you a little bit of a, 2,100 versus 5. You're like, okay, that's a bit, different. Also, the DOT circulating market cap rose by 111%, reaching 8.3 billion in Q4, which is an increase year over year of 94%. And of course, Polkadot is still in the top 15 crypto projects by market cap. And the other thing is Polkadot maintains a high Nakamoto coefficient of 93. If you don't know what the Nakamoto coefficient is, it's basically the decentralization coefficient of a blockchain. So here, it has, because of the validator reward model, it encourages nominators to stake with lower staked validators, and therefore we're getting a very decentralized ecosystem. On the metrics, what's interesting is if we look at Q4 2022, the circulating market cap was, like I said, 5 billion, and now it's 11 billion. So that's a big jump. Revenue from Q4 2022 jumped from $117,000 to almost $3 million in Q4. That's a big jump. That's year-over-year change. That's 2,279% growth. That's very important. Also, the number of active addresses, it went from 6.5 thousand, so let's say almost 7,000 active addresses to over 10,000 addresses. That's a jump of 54%. Now the validators remains the same. It's stable at 297. There's no change there. And then of course the XCM messages channels, we talked about that, the growth from 70 to 203. Also in real volume over the past month, pretty much the month of January, we have the real volume is down 71% for Polkadot. In the meantime, Ethereum is down 63%. The market dominance went down 10%, while Polkadot is up 4%. A lot of this also is due to the whole ETF, people talking about the fact that ETFs would be probably coming for Ethereum. So that helped, its market dominance by the price of Ethereum rising. The Sharpe ratio is negative 162 for Polkadot, negative 135% for Ethereum. Volatility is down minus 26% for Polkadot, where it was plus 12% for Ethereum.
Thank you, Boris. What about the latest news and developments with Polkadot?
So DOT might target the $9 level, in the coming weeks. The one thing about Polkadot is it had a good run lately at the end of the year, going from pretty much, let's say November, where it was still around $5.30 to pretty much Christmas, where it reached $9.33. So it went up almost 100% in a matter of a month, just about a month. And then since then, because the whole market has been coming down, so did Polkadot with the rest of the market. But they could be looking at going back to $9 sometime soon. Also, they've had more and more partnerships, and more social engagement has seen a significant increase. There have been some protocol upgrades, and there have been an addition of 5 new parachains. And despite the fact that they've been falling slightly behind Cardano, their overall ranking, they maintain a very strong social dominance overall. And the one thing also that's interesting is since January 27th, the Polkadot trading volume has reached 334 million. So that's also why there is, a trend that could continue and see it go back to $9. Now, one other thing about the news, on a weekly basis, we're looking at the market. I've been saying it for several weeks. Most people were calling for Bitcoin dropping to 35 or 30K. Some crazies were even saying 25, 20, 10K, per Bitcoin. And I've been saying it for weeks. I think that we are just going sideways. And I think that even though a small retracement is always possible, at this point, if there is one, it's going to be very small. It's just going to be people chasing, liquidity. So personally, from what I'm seeing, I don't see Bitcoin dropping much lower than 38. And it might not even do that. It might just go sideways like it's been for about 2 or 3 weeks, where it's hovering between roughly 41 and 43, 44K roughly. Now there's a small wick here or there that just dropped to 30, 39, even 38, 900 or whatever. But I think the market is stabilizing and it's getting ready for the next legs, which is going up. And when I say up, it's probably going to be some fireworks, you know, when it starts going up. So personally, I think that there's a high chance we see 100K coming within the next few months. If we reach 100K, there will be a retracement. And that retracement will probably be in the terms of about 20, 25%. So if we reach 100K, it's very possible that shortly after we drop back down to 80 or 75, which is still much higher than what today's price is. And of course, DOT, as well as most of the others, Solana, Ethereum, whatever, pretty much all the projects will be following the trend on what's going on with the market. So from what it looks like, there is very little downside coming up, unless there's a major black swan event, like a big war or something really, really big. But I don't think that we're gonna see too much of downside, and mainly sideways action for a little while and then going up.
What about staking, Boris? Can you stake Polkadot?
Yes, and the reward is kind of high, so it's around 18%. Super easy to do. You can do it on pretty much most wallets out there, whether hot or cold. And of course, some of the exchange do that as well.
Thank you, Boris. What about the price prediction? Where do you see Polkadot in the next 6 years or so?
So I think that it's highly possible we see $17, roughly by 2025, potentially $34 by 27. And then we should be 85, maybe even close to $100 by 2030. So we're looking at a 12x from here. The good thing about Polkadot, it's a solid project. It's not one of the favorite projects right now because there are newcomers that are kicking ass and taking names. But it is a good project. It has some solid numbers. It has a good number of developers. So definitely one of the safer bets you can make with still good returns in the crypto world. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Colton. We look forward to see you on the next Crypto Night video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.